So, we're all here to promote our books. David's got the 7 Years of Sorrow. I got A Warm Place to Self-Destruct. Funny enough, when this was being promoted, the guy who said, the guy who was promoting it, the speaker at the last event I was at, he said, Weasel's going to be at Tacos My Way, providing a warm place to self-destruct for everybody. And you can self-destruct if you want to, just, be clean about it. Clean your own mess. So, the first poem I'm going to read is, you ever have those nights when you go to Taco Bell at 2 o'clock in the morning just to watch people, and you see them eating, and they're just eating cardboard-filled crap? And that's what this is about. It's called The Church of Fast Food. I'm at a Taco Bell, watching a guy suck out the insides of a cardboard-filled burrito. Sour cream sticking to his lips, cheese dripping the barely clean tabletops. His hands wrapped firmly around its shaft as if it were the best goddamn thing to touch his lips. His teeth gnaws processed tortillas and squirts of beef and beans like he was eating out God's asshole. This was his hour of meditation, of enlightenment, finding prayer inside each vicious bite while pictures of tacos hang in windows. It looked nothing like what he's molested, but we're told it's good anyways. This is how we kill ourselves, eating fake burritos in a processed lab to keep us addicted, grease dripping down our throats, hardening our hearts, slowing our bodies until we stop breathing. So true one moon normally says you can clap after the whole thing is over. I'm going to go with that route too. That way, in case you hate it, you can throw the salsa at me later. Let's see. This next one is it's about being broke.
Being broke?
Being broke. Being broke is all hell. It's called Frailty Beneath Wreckage. When Mary edited it, she got really concerned. When the sun rises, they will come to take the car. They will pull it out into the street, knock on the door, and tell me that the bill is past due. By the afternoon, the lights will be shut off. I will peel poems from my skin and mail them to my debtors, for I got nothing else. They are not interested in begging. There's no more extensions. They'll say they tried, yet negotiations are not flexible. The collectors have finally caught me. Their fingers encircle my throat, leaving me without breath. I could pray, but prayer is only a currency made of air. It cannot fulfill demands. It can only push back the inevitable. I have nothing they can take. I am a shell buried in the backyard.
I like that first one.
Do you like that? You like the first one?
Not while reading tacos.
Hey, I don't have a freezer. It's fresh.
Yeah, it's fresh.
All right, well, see if I can get to something a little bit more happy. I'm not necessarily a happy poet.
No, you can't. Well, you poets compress for Pete's sake.
Because we're broke.
We're going to beat you up when we're done afterwards.
Yeah, we'll take
I'll
your
start
time
writing
afterwards.
poetry. Try to get beat up.
We can have some inspiration.
Sure. Temperamental poets, yeah.
All right, Weasel, what do you got now?
All right, let's see. This is my poem here, Fumbling for Poetry. Oh, okay, I think I got this one. This is called, if I can find it. Here it is. Kind of happy. This is called I Still Dream of You when the Stars Are Out. Hey!
We started that. So we're good.
So I still dream of you?
Yeah, I still dream of you when the stars are gone. You were the centerfold I stared at in the dark. growing crinkled over time, catching a few rips on the edges, but flesh is only temporary. When I thought about tasting you, the air stood still. My frame grew fragile. Hushed breaths squeezed out the thinning of my dreams as I let you roam around inside. We were skeletons playing bass with each other's veins, waltzing jitterbugs through our blood. This is all we have left. Chunks of bone growing brittle over time. This next one, so my husband has this theory that I'm going senile. I'm only 27 years old, I'm going senile. So I always tell him he screams and he yells like an old woman. So he's actually sounding older than I am. This piece is called "The Stove is Going Senile." Well, maybe I am. I set the burner to low, but the stove feels that cooking with sunshine will taste better. It fires up bright in solidarity of the brother it never knew and can't see under the rain. A low southern thunder crackles while eggs sizzle and bacon pops. From the window, I watch boulders floating through water, mine slipping out of sync with time. My husband rattles in the background, but ears grow cotton as I think of how it would feel if I swam under the storm. My heart hammers against my flesh. My lungs have forgotten to take in air while I walk with dreams. The kitchen has grown a beard of smoke. As I shut the power off the stove, everything is charred. You can't swim with rain. It takes more than a waterfall to drown successfully. Eggs cool while water drips through the ceiling. Let's see. This next one, go with another message home, I guess. I haven't really talked about this that much, but I'm pretty much an atheist. And so my husband, he always talks about I should find a religion, I should find something. So this is my poem about finding religion. It's called Bouncing Prayers Off the River. My boyfriend asks me if I have religion. I tell him I offer prayers to the wind in hopes of one day growing whole. But being whole isn't about God. It's about finding strength to love yourself, because the Bible Belt instilled the fear of angels in your heart. He tells me beliefs make us people, gives us our traditions and the manners to live with one another. But I have yet to feel human inside. I have yet to feel my heart beat like the next guy's. My coworkers ask me if I go to church. I keep my head down, say no, but my insides feel like burning scriptures in the trash can, but that's infringing on their rights, and I'm not human enough to protest their faith. I bounce prayers off skulls at the poetry show, but poetry isn't strong enough to keep the audience awake. They're fading away in the seats. I tell myself social media is an outlet until I see the thick-skinned devils inking Facebook with misguided hatred towards immigrants and other beliefs. Pray for America because she needs it, splattered all across the blue and white screen. But prayers eventually fall through the country's backbone is giving out. I'm tired of religions and preaching. I can't look at other people. They'll pray for me. How many of them have a bullet to give away before they grow tired of the conversion process? My boyfriend tells me I should go find the God. All I can think of is reimagining myself. There's beauty in destruction before you're reborn. He rests easily nowadays. I've forgotten where he mails his prayers. I often dream of what it's like to simply live without spirits tagging alongside you. Okay. I'm not necessarily a PG poet. Hope that's okay. This piece, I was in Michigan and sort of kind of dating a guy, you meet people online and that whole thing goes. And it's like you want to be committed, but at the same time, it's like you're online. You're just a number. Well, I took the step and I flew up to Michigan to see this guy. It was in March, and I didn't realize in March it's still snow or something. So this is sort of about that. This is called, we think we know what snow looks like when it falls. Walking downhill, feet cling the slippery sidewalks as snow falls. You huddle against me while we try to keep balance. I want to ask you if these skies have always carried the gray of ourselves, but I stay silent, fearing your answer. My father always told me not to trust anyone else. People are like weeds. You can rarely pull them out once they've gotten in. So I learned not to talk with people, sewing my lips each year to keep from being infected. We crawled downward towards a coffee shop at the end of the hill. Could you hear my heart stop beneath the steel of my chest? Could you feel the skips each time your hand brushed my arm? I can't peel it back for you. It's tradition in the family to lock the muscle into place and save face when you want to open yourself up. We hang out in the drive-thru, no lobby to fight the cold. I think about how it would taste if I kissed you. Drivers honk at us because we are not cars, only bodies that mesh together. Maybe they're bitter, seeing two men entangled, uncomfortable with the idea that we may be lovers. But these drivers, they have everything. They got jobs, they got kids, and every other goddamn thing in this world. And they want us out their damn way so they can have their fucking booster shot to get them through the day. And we got nothing. I wanted to fuck you here in the drive-thru, anger blasting at us while I strip you down to the pale white skin. What else would these bastards think? I am selfish, learning about desire, craving a taste like every time I see a cigarette lying on the ground. But you will never know this. You swallowed the balance in my steps, made my rebirth wobbly. We grab our oil, walk back uphill, bodies warming. The gray gets harsh in the cloud as you slowly loosen yourself from me. How are we doing on that? What's the thing say?
12 minutes.
Huh?
12 minutes.
How many?
12 minutes and
12?
40.
I figure we do about 20 minutes per poet. Who all is still eating? Who all is still eating chips? Oh yeah, I'm getting some chips. Oh yeah. I'm deciding the next poem. Who all is still eating? You still eating?
Am I still eating?
Yeah. I don't want to gross you out. That's why.
Oh no. I have a strong stomach when it comes to words.
I'm okay with you.
I think
Okay.
it's
Not bothering
Okay.
myself.
It won't be much to me.
Why? What's this
I
next
live with you.
So
You can read the Roaches poem and I'll read mine. Seriously, you go.
that's what I was going to
Greasy
do.
grind over that. I think is what the next one.
Greasy grind over that. Yeah. So everyone sort of has like a spirit animal that they talk about. A lot of people that write about puppies and kittens and whatever cute things you find on the internet. Some people, their spirit animals read all. I don't know how it works. My next poem is called Roaches. I shudder when I see them on my stove, fluttering wings in the darkness, jetting out erratic spasms when the lights flash on. There's an infestation somewhere. Otherwise, they wouldn't hang around as often as they do. I killed one on my wall today, slammed the good shoe into its back, and wriggled it around, white noise scraping as remains fall. Alright, just got a couple more. Then you'll have to stop hearing me.
I mean, you killed the one. That had a happy ending.
Alright. This poem is called I Think of You in Terms of Hysteria. The moon hangs empty tonight, leaving tall buildings and sharp sins to shelter us. Under busted streetlights, you lure me closer, lips cinching, teeth, tongue-plucking teeth, leaving the taste of maraschino cigs, the taste of tobacco in class. My fingers climb the stairway of your back, but you have eaten too many thorns. Your stems have grown jagged. I slice my hand trying to get inside you, dance the tango while you make the earthquake. You were obliteration, pulling our bodies apart. Yet this is what I crave. Dust and debris piling in my throat, the taste of our home crumbling into dissolution. Abandonment. You slipped away from me, left your last words on the concrete. They were the shotgun shells pumped into my gut, the last delirium that will never heal. Okay. So this past year, I had to pawn off a few things at the pawn shop up the road. If I can find the pawn. So I wrote about pawning off my camera, and I actually had an acoustic guitar that I pawned off. So this is called How Light Tastes Without Direction. I'm at the pawn shop. Guitar and camera in hand, need fast cash for items I won't remember next month. But pawning the camera hurts me. I wonder if I'll feel better when it leaves my hands. Sometimes you have to kill a part of yourself that likes to create in order to survive. You can't always be a photographer and eat. You can't always be a poet and keep your car in the garage. But that's life. Let it go so you can live. So you can pay the fucking bills, eat 3 meals a day, have some world-class kids, and be a growing member of your community. The guy behind the counter is cute. Light brown flesh, eyes filled with boredom, and scenes of too many folks coming in with problems. He don't fuck nobody with problems, but boy, everybody's got it. You just don't know it yet. I am wishing I could smoke as he looks over the items, time ticking away as my eyes browse around the store filled with guns, gold, and guitars. Guns, gold, guitars. He's too used to this. Too used to giving folks chump change to help them deal through their day, because you can't get real money for a gun. You only get fucked for gold. Guitars are not welcome in this country. We're no musicians. We're Americans. Fat and grease flowing through our veins, diabetes lingering in our bodies. We can't live much longer. But how can anyone fix this if we're not waking the fuck up? We just wish it away. But wishing is only false hope, waiting to explode. He gives me my money. I tell him he's cute for what it's worth. We won't ever see each other again. And this is the last one. If you haven't gotten the Houston Poetry Fest anthology, I think they do it by mail. You can look at that. But this poem made it in. I was surprised that it made it in. This is called The First Breath You Take After Giving Up. You were a body bag, making coffee in the kitchen, pale morning eyes tripping over flat surfaces. You had forgotten to unzip yourself, to let go of the hymnals building up inside. Your hands looked as if you had lost a fist fight with fine china, blood dancing over striped tile. Sometimes we forget we're like windows, easily broken. The first breath you take after giving up is like falling asleep while the fires are still going. You never asked if the flames would die. You only mentioned how beautiful they looked when you closed your eyes. Thank you. Books available for sale. Obviously, we have mine and David's. David's going to come up here and read from the 7 Yards of Sorrow. We'll try to make it happy so we all don't kill ourselves. But it's October, it's Halloween time.
Oh, yeah.
We may have some ghosts come in and be with us for the night. Who knows?
That'd be awesome.
I got it.